You want to take a gander at how many passing yards old buddy had? Okay, there we go. Man, oh man. What a game. My immediate reaction is that might be one of the best games this year. So I got to clap it up to both Michigan and USC. Let me move this whiteboard out the way from last night. Shut the door while we're at it. Outstanding game. I don't think if you're, well, I know if you're a fan of USC, it's a heartbreaking loss. These games are hard to lose. I've been there, done that. Most fan bases go through a loss like this at least once every 2 years. Devastating. And I hate it for USC fans, but I think it's time to start giving USC credit, because the one knock on them was always, oh, well, they're a West Coast team. They're all flashy. They can't play hard-nosed physical football, but I think it's time to throw that narrative out the window, because they proved it. They went into the big house. They gave Michigan all they can handle, and I can't believe Michigan scored a touchdown on that last drive. Fun fact, listen to this. Heading into that last drive for Michigan, the touchdown drive to put them up, the game-winning drive, in the second half, they had 9, I was about to say guess how many yards they had, but I'm just going to tell you. They had 9 total yards in the second half. 9! Wait a minute. Was this right? They also didn't have a first down. I think I heard one of the commentators talking about that. They didn't have a first down heading into that final drive. And they went however long, what was it, 80 yards, 85 yards, touchdown. Mullins, oh my goodness. If he doesn't break off that 60-yard run, there's no way, because Michigan, they couldn't, let's just call it how it is. They couldn't advance the ball down the field through the air. They only had like 2 minutes. I mean, they wasted like a minute and a half just trying to get 10 yards. And he broke off that run. He really broke 2 tackles, because as he was spinning out of that one tackle, reminded me of a play. I had that exact same play and move back in middle school, but that's a different conversation for a different day. He was spinning out of that one tackle, and it was kind of like a hesitation move for the other guy, because he just completely whipped on him. So him actually getting wrapped up in that first tackle attempt, whatever you want to call it, actually benefited him, because once he spun out of it, it was almost like a boost, and then he ran it off. And yeah, I mean, that's all there is to it. Of course, they got stopped there at the end. It came down to the end. It came down to the final play, 4th and goal, and that's the most Michigan way ever to win a game. I mean, you knew, come on. They can't go, even if they thought it'd been better to do a play action fake or pass the ball at the end, they ain't going out like that. No, this is Michigan football. 4th and goal, your quarterback's he's not even really a quarterback. He's pretty much a wildcat quarterback at this point. Alex Orji, much respect to him. I'll get to him in just a second. You aren't going to pass that ball on 4th down. This is what you wake up early for in the off season. It's what you lift all the weights for. When it's 4th and goal on the, what was it, the 1 yard line, might have been the 1.5. And they got it in. So you got to give a ton of respect to Michigan for just showing resiliency. And you know, they could have been like, oh, yeah, we ain't done anything all second half. We're not going to do anything here. Nope. They fought to the end. And a lot of teams would have gave up, because USC had them on clamps. So, you know, like I said, I don't think any fan base should be feeling down in the dumps about this. If you're a Michigan fan, of course you're happy. You beat a really good, legitimate, I have in my top 10. I think they're number 11 in the AP poll, but who cares what those nerds got to say. You beat, in my humble opinion, a top 10 team. Sure, it's at home. It doesn't matter. USC's legit. You held their offense in check. You had the pick 6. And USC, okay, so I've given Michigan props, credit. I'll pull out the whiteboard, show you some of the numbers, because some of the things that happened in this game were really, sorry, I'm watching some of these other games in the background, were really interesting. I mean, we got to talk about this. If this play doesn't happen, it's over for USC. They are trailing, was it? Oh, yeah. It was right after, so Will Johnson just baited Miller Moss on that pick 6. That was complete domination. He picked his pocket. ran it in, put Michigan up 20-10. On the following drive, USC's drive, and they had that long run. I can't remember his name, number 4, had that long run to the goal line. They get a false start, and Miller Moss, he drops back in the pocket, throw a pass, and it's a fumble. Michigan picks it up, and the first thing I thought about is, oh man, they're up 10. They just got this fumble. As this guy's running it, I'm thinking that all these thoughts are going through my mind. He might run this in and put them up by 17. This game's all but over. And then out of nowhere, here comes number 4, Woon, just swooping in. And legitimately, he didn't like punch at it or nothing. He just swooped in and stole the ball from him. Very handsy play. Very handsy play from that running back. Well, we got Vanderbilt giving Missouri a nice little run for their money. By the time you see this video, we'll see the outcome of this game. But this is a legitimate game. Anyways, getting back on track here. Sorry, I need to lock in and focus. That was a huge play because what happened? USC scored a touchdown. Michigan blitzed right after it, 20-17. That was big. And then Miller Moss throws another touchdown to put them up 24-20. There was a lot of things that went USC's way just for them to stay in the game. Okay? And when they went up 24-20, I thought for sure, with the way their defense was playing, USC had this one in the bag. And they really did. You know, I know it's what everybody's going to talk about. Oh, the defense sold them at the end, gave up that long run, and they couldn't get a stop. But I still feel like USC's defense played pretty well. Even though you know Michigan's going to run the ball, it's harder, much harder, said than done, to stop Michigan from running the ball. Because I stated this in the preview video. One reason, and I said this heading into the season months, I'm talking about like 5-6 months ago. We was talking about this in, might have been April. I felt like Orji gives Michigan the best chance to win, not because I think he's a better thrower than Davis Warren, but it's his dual threat ability. And since you know, or I say dual threat ability, I keep saying that, it's really just he's another running back there. And what happens is the defense has to account for him as well. So that frees up another guy, okay? So instead of, you know, everybody keying in on the running back, you got one guy per play, maybe even 2 sometimes if he's killing you, spying the quarterback or just being honest on the edge. So that's why I like Orji. I still believe moving forward, he gives them the best chance to win. Dude, Vanderbilt might pull this thing off. Guess I'll have to wait and see. Really interesting there. Really interesting. Like I was saying, I like Alex Orji, played a solid ball coach. Let's pull on the whiteboard. I think I touched on all the main points. I mean, guys, there's no like, oh, this team sucks. Like, USC's overrated. No. If that's your reaction, get out of here, dude. USC is a really good ball team, and so is I think the storyline, now that I think about it, should be, hey, maybe Michigan was being too disrespected after the Texas loss. Maybe we should talk about that. I don't know. You still have a lot of people questioning just how good USC is because, yeah, they had the big win over LSU, but now LSU ain't been looking too hot, especially against South Kakalaki last week. So people really don't know how good USC is. But I'm pretty high on them. I'd say I'm higher than most. Let's pull up these stats. I have to. I've already seen it. I looked at this box score. I don't know the like total team stats. But Alex Orji only threw the ball like, I think it's 12 times. And you won't believe for how many yards. It's actually insane. Oh, crap. Almost forgot to talk about this. I meant to talk about this at the beginning of the video. What about Auburn, man? They suck. Okay, I know everybody's watching Michigan USC, but for my people in the Southeast, Auburn lost to Arkansas at home by 10 points. I mean, you thought the California loss was bad? This one was worse. They had 5 turnovers. So Auburn's new quarterback, Hank Brown, he said, quote unquote, this is his words, not mine, I quote, I'm ready to dominate Arkansas this Saturday. I think he said that yesterday or the day before. Yeah. You know what happened? He threw 3 picks in the first half. So they put in Peyton Thorne, and Peyton Thorne played like Peyton Thorne always does. He had 2 interceptions. Auburn had 5 turnovers. Dude, you can blame Hugh Freeze. I'm not high on Hugh Freeze. Auburn's coaching staff is meh. They're decent at best, but good gosh almighty, yeah. You're not going to win many football games having 5 turnovers, yet alone compete in them. So you can blame Hugh Freeze all you want or whatever. Hugh Freeze didn't throw 5 interceptions or 4 interceptions and have a fumble, whatever it wound up being. Or I don't know. Did they have 6 turnovers? I lost count. That's how many turnovers they had. It was bad, okay? It was bad. I had to throw that in there. That was really the only other 11 a.m. or not 11 a.m. What am I talking about? 2:30 game I was paying attention to because we didn't have too many other good ones going on. Of course, you know, Vanderbilt and Mizzou. Tuned in a little bit to Utah. I don't really care about the Utah and Oklahoma State game if you want me to keep it a Fortnite V-Buck with you, just because Oklahoma State ain't good. They're not a top 25 team. I don't know why they're ranked in the top 25. They should have lost to Arkansas. And there's a couple other games I was tuning into, but the Auburn one was just, I was locked in on that because I'm not going to hold you. It's fun to watch Auburn lose. They're kind of like Florida State for me in that aspect. Total yards was pretty even. Michigan had 322. USC had 379. Michigan was 4 for 15 on third down. USC was 7 for 19. Michigan only had 12 first downs. Interesting, but here's the big discrepancy. USC passed the ball 52 times. Michigan, 12. Why did I say 12 like that? I don't know. Pretty clean game. USC only had 6 penalties. Michigan had 3. Both teams had 2 turnovers apiece. Like I said, it was just a really great game to watch. All right, there we go. You'll notice on the left with Miller Moss, I have, let me fix this, a bunch of his stats. 28 for 51, 283, 3 touchdowns, the pick 6 to Will Johnson, who got hurt. Prayers and thoughts going out to him. Hope he's okay. Because he didn't return to the game, unless I'm highly misinformed here. Let me see what happens on this play. I'm telling you, Vandy might pull this baby off. Anyways, with old Orgy, you'll notice I only have one stat, and that is 7 for 12. He only had 12 pass attempts, completed 7. That's okay. 0 touchdowns, 0 INTs, took care of the ball, didn't do anything crazy. You don't need to be Superman when you play for a team like Michigan. Just do your job, play your role. All right? You want to take a gander at how many passing yards old buddy had? $32 passing yards. If you would have told me before this game Alex Orgy was going to have 32 passing yards, I said, ain't no way Michigan even competed in this game. No way. In the preview, if you watched, I know people really don't care too much about previews. I said Michigan can win if Orgy only throws the ball 6 or 7 times per game because I saw him do it last year at J.J. McCarthy. That's just how good they are at running the ball. If somebody would have told me this morning that Orgy's only having 32 passing yards, I said, yeah, it's over. Almost forgot to throw this in there. USC had 96 rushing yards. Michigan, I'll write this down because it's worthy of it. We'll go up here. 290. 290 rushing yards. Running backs play good. I wonder, because I know Orgy, he takes sacks, so sometimes that plays into it. But I know Mullins had over $150. Yeah, Edwards wound up with 74. Not his best day, but he did fine. Average over 5 yards per carry. It was a game. I mean, it went exactly what I thought. There's many more things I could say, but there's a ton of other games I am trying to watch, including this Vandy game. Maybe if they pull off this upset, I'll see you guys right after this video. Yeah, great game. Many more things I could say. Let me know your thoughts on it. But